Welcome back. The Lloydminster Rotary Club heard a presentation from the Handi Van Society today at their regular meeting. The van provides door-to-door pickup service for members of the Mobility Challenge community. They have two vans working during the week, one on a full-time basis and the other part-time, but they say their demand is always increasing. The service is funded through corporate and private sponsors, as well as receiving some provincial funding.
None of this comes directly out of Lloydminster taxpayers' pockets through city funding. The city does help us in channeling the funding from the provincial governments through to us.
Customers get service right to the door of their building. They're entering with the assistance of the driver. They sometimes have some accessibility roadblocks to overcome.
They meet some pretty challenging situations there where the facilities aren't adequate, the sidewalks are too narrow, the door swings the wrong way. There's close together doors in a lobby, things like that.
They're asking business owners to do their part in creating accessible environments. The town of Provost has, for the next 3 weeks at least, become the latest Hollywood North. Shooting on a feature film has begun, and over the weekend, numerous residents turned out to be extras in the faith-based film entitled Barlowe, Mann.
And action.
The movie is an exploration of the meaning of faith, and Saturday's shooting involved a fiery sermon by the town preacher.
We're shooting this scene, a couple of church scenes, and yeah, we had great turnout from all over the town.
Dozens of people spent their Saturday on set, forming the congregation and reacting to the sermon.
We've got entire families, we've got kids from 4 to 90 that are part of it. It's just a great experience for everybody.
For Charlie, take 5.
For most locals, it was their first time ever on a movie set. They were doing their best to drink it all in and discovering that although it's not all glamour behind the scenes, they were having a great time.
Sort of tough, and I like it too.
A lot of sitting and waiting, hearing things over and over, but it's an interesting process.
It's a drawn-out process, but it's fun, an experience.
I'm enjoying what I'm seeing and growing a new appreciation for what people do to coordinate all these people to get us to do the right things, be in the right spots at the right times.
Just acting like a kid, because that's what you have to do.
The stars of the film have been in much larger scale productions before, but they're truly grateful for the way Provost has embraced this movie.
A lot of those big town people are like, oh, it's just another movie, you know. So, but these people, all these people around here are so excited just to be a part of the movie, you know, just to be a little, you know, like an extra, you know. They've been donated stuff to us. They've been a really big help.
We all do appreciate the cooperation that we're getting from the town and the warmth that we feel, and it's about all the warmth we feel.
And for the director, having been an actor himself since his early teens, it's rewarding to be able to coax what he needs out of people not accustomed to the spotlight.
I enjoy seeing that I can turn these people into, to actors and make them interesting on film, which they might not have thought of themselves in that way.
Shooting continues in Provost and the surrounding area for the next 2.5 weeks.
Awesome. Okay, thanks.
March break is upon us, and the snowbirds have left us. In this week's Everything Outdoors, Chris Campbell explains where cold Canadians are flocking to keep warm.
Mexico. That's where travelers in Lloydminster are jetting to escape the bitter cold. This according to Jerry DeHame of Carlson Vaughanley Travel in Lloydminster. He says despite the negative press associated with Canadians vacationing there, it still dominates the bookings.
Still, our #1 seller is the Mayan Riviera of Mexico. You've got all-inclusive vacations, you've got all your meals, your entertainment, your activities, your non-motorized water sports are all included in one price. That really appeals to families.
And it's the families travel agents are appealing to. Just last week, DeHame tells me an entire family booked last minute to fly to Mexico for the entire week. While last-minute bookings could be a gamble, Cuba, Jamaica, the Dominican Republic, and Mexico are hot spots that are paying off.
Apparently some of us here in Lloydminster knew well ahead of time that winter in the prairies can be painful. I was not one of those people.
Absolutely. We've had a real surge in bookings this fall especially. In October, November, it's our biggest months we've ever had in the fall.
For those snowbirds who did book in advance last fall, what better time than now to reap the benefits of our high Canadian dollar?
And now our dollar's worth more than the Americans, at least at the bank anyway, and it's a fantastic. It's not so much how it affects the cost of the trip, it's everything once you get there. All your meals, all your entertainment, all those things that add up. Now you're getting them at par. Fantastic opportunity.
For this week's Everything Outdoors, from a chilly Lloydminster, I'm Chris Campbell.
This feature brought to you by RecTech of Lloydminster and Power Merchants of St. Paul, your Can-Am Ski-Doo dealers.